All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh boy. That's hot. Mike's hot. Mike's hot. How am I doing? I have ice cream, so I can't be doing that bad. Something is missing. Controversial question: who is the best Transformer? How dare you bring that into my chat? Just I get up to get my headphones and you're dropping bombs. Oh. Also, it's Bulkhead from Transformers Animated. Bulkhead's the best Transformer. Like, it's not even actually a contest. It's Bulkhead. Best character. Bulkhead. Bulkhead. Oh, Bulkhead is indeed a chunky boy. That's true. And everybody assumes that he's a big, dumb, slow, strong idiot. You are looking at the preeminent space bridge engineer in all of Cybertron. Everybody just asks him to move heavy stuff around. Rhinox, excellent character. Excellent character. Rhinox, great guy. I don't know. The older I've gotten to think about the Beast Machine's transformation and everything, like, I think there's something to be said about trauma causing people to become somebody that they would hate. You know, like, I think that there's something to be said there. Like, Rhinox's enforced transformation into a person, an entity that he would have loathed, and having to square that circle of exactly who he is, you know, is good. Do I think they did a good job of telling that story and playing with those themes? I wouldn't go that far. Oh, sorry. Question about the type of ice cream. This is mint chocolate chip from Haagen-Dazs. Their mint chip dazzler, which is just it's a hot fudge sundae with Oreo cookies crushed up in between layers of the 3 scoops of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Now that I have it, it's great, right? Like I like the ice cream that I have, but now that I have it, I'm like going, man, did I want their midnight cookies and cream ice cream instead? Which is just cookies and cream only with chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla ice cream. Yeah, no, we had dinner, which was delicious. And Heather, offhand, like to the side, says, I want ice cream. And I go, do you want ice cream right now? And she goes, did I say that out loud? You went to Arctic Roadrunner earlier and did not get a milkshake. Yeah, you are a fool. That is true. Let's see. If we're going to start running down a series of Transformers, though, and different criteria, I really liked what they did with animated's characters, right? Like, I realized they're the same characters, except for Bulkhead, who's a brand new character, and Lugnut, who's also a brand new character, and Lockdown. I like Lockdown, actually. Great toy, Lockdown from animated. I mean, from original series, it has to be Soundwave, right? Like, just the best character design, amazing voice. Super cool conceit. Unique. Right up until they came up with Blaster, who is like absolutely the try-hard little brother of that character design. Beast Wars, it's Rat Trap, and it's not even close. Like, it's not even close. Air Razor's a good choice. Yeah. Soundwave was absolutely a product of his time. Woo! Toby! Come here. Buddy. Go lay down. Nope. Go lay down. Go. Cell phones don't have cassettes. And that's the problem. Is everybody's married to the idea of the functionality. So, hey, Transformers Animated, Soundwave, whoop, was a boombox, right? Which is another thing that doesn't really exist anymore. But the cassettes aren't cassettes. The cassettes are Soundwave's instruments. Has a Rat-Bat keytar. Obviously has the Laserbeak guitar. Like, and goes from being a boombox to like turning into like a like souped up car with, you know, one of those ridiculous sound systems. In the more modern movies, they turned Soundwave into a satellite, which is interesting. Anyway, I am of the opinion that you turn Soundwave into a server rack. And all of the cassettes are blades in the server rack. Because that, to me, fits the more modern spy angle of who Soundwave is. And then you can still have Soundwave say, rumble, eject, and a blade will just shoot out and transform. Because then it's still a brick that turns into another thing. But, like, really, you know, like, who's going to notice? It's like, oh, there's one extra server bank in this server room. Probably no one. And then he'll just sit there and download all of your secrets. Stare at the 3 server blades that are sitting in your bedroom. Yep. So that's Gen 1 and Beast Wars, though. Beast Machines, from what I've seen of it, still Rat Trap. Rat Trap's still the best. Now, this is Crumple Zone. Crumple Zone is from Transformers Cybertron, which was the 3D one that was originally made in Japan, I want to say, and got translated as part of the Ur-Quan trilogy into America. And this toy is what got me back into collecting Transformers toys. Because look at this glorious, ridiculous race car. And we were talking about our love of a chunky boy. Come on. Come on. I gotta be careful with him now because, you know, his plastic's getting old. I don't want to accidentally, there we go. I don't want to accidentally cause a stress fracture. Crumple Zone. Crumple Zone skipped leg day. Who needs legs and you got wheels? Also, Crumple Zone's a Decepticon, if that wasn't obvious. But this toy is what got me back into getting Transformers toy. This is the one. I love this stupid dork. He was him and his partner in crime, Ransack, were the comic relief duo for the bad guys. Like the ones who, they were the Bebop and Rocksteady of the series, right? Always being made to do the crap work because they weren't important enough to be part of like the big evil stuff. But they appeared in the most episodes. So, you know. Everyone feels weird about Tigerhawk. There isn't a single person who can feel normal about Tigerhawk. Like, for the love of everything, they took two characters, turned them into one character, and just named them the alt modes that those two characters had. Okay. I do also have to give a quick shout out, since we were talking about Beast Wars again, to Beast Wars Megatron. Beast Wars Megatron, best Megatron. Yes. But Megatron in the new Transformers series, Earthspark, is great. Inferno, yes. Yes, my queen. Inferno's fantastic. Beast Wars had a lot of good characters. Just that Rat Trap's the best of them. And it's not fair that Rat Trap's so damn good in that series. Oh, you feel normal about Tigerhawk. You don't know who Tigerhawk is. Okay. Well, this is Tigatron. Tigatron is a Maximal who turns into a female white tiger. Alt modes are complicated in Beast Wars. This is Air Razor. Air Razor turns into a hawk. And then, yeah, you see Air Razor and Tigerhawk love each other very, very much. So much. And then the Vox get involved and accidentally create the perfect being by turning them into Tigerhawk. Vok, thank you. The Vux are in Ur-Quan Masters. That's why I got confused. And then I was like, no, that's not right. It's an O. And then I was like, Vox. And it's like, no, it's the Vok. They did a unwilling fusion of their sparks that turned them into Jesus? Robo-Jesus. Like, literally referenced in the prophetic books of the Church of Cybertron as, like, the herald of the future? Yes, it was definitely non-consensual, like, to be clear. It was messed up. And, yeah, also, they were technically dead. Cybertronian souls, sparks, are an actual physical object that can be interacted with in the universe, so... Ah, yes. And now you too feel weird about Tigerhawk. Congratulations! Welcome to the party! Hello, yes. This shit is indeed real. Weird. Real weird. Okay, so let's see. What else is I about to get on? I will grant that Tigerhawk's design is pretty great. The pillars of flame from his feet as he waves his hand to... I forget the rest of the phrase in the prophecy. I just remember there was an entire thing about the pillars of flame from his feet. Or how he would stand upon pillars of flame. I don't remember exactly how it went. It was a lot. The end of Beast Wars is a lot. Okay. I'd gotten up to Cybertron, and then I started talking about Earthspark, which is like the newest thing. Earthspark, Megatron's a great Megatron, but not my favorite character in that show. Who is, though? All of the Terran Transformers are really cool. Right? All of the absolutely new to this series Transformers are cool. Like, they're fun. They're interesting. Oh, you have a favorite from this series? Do you want to share with the class? It is indeed Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is also probably my favorite because he's great. He's just great. Yes, Jawbreaker turns into the hammerhead dinosaur, whose name I cannot remember. He's cool. He's also a chunky boy. Yeah. Soundwave in that series is also utterly terrifying. Oh boy. Do not cross Soundwave in that series. He will ruin you immediately with prejudice. But, like, that series, other than the Terrans, like, most of the Transformers in it are just Generation 1. Yes, Pachycephalosaurus. Thank you. It is really just G1 Transformers, though. Like, it's, like, almost a continuation of that idea, right? Like, what if season 1 of the Transformers was where that show, like, deviated in the timeline? It was very interesting. Unfortunately, the toys for Earthrise are all pretty terrible because it's the kiddie show, so they don't expend the money on it, which is a shame because, like, I would dig some of those designs as, like, the full-on current engineering for, like, Transformers Generation toys. But yeah. But yeah, Jawbreaker, probably the best. Character-wise, like, I really dug... well, like, each of the new Transformers has, like, their own, like, finding out who they are arc. Like, as, like, what are they about? So, yeah. They're all cool. It's a shame their toys are not good. Yeah. I don't know. I do... Oh, there's not a 3... Well, there is a large community of fan Transformer creations, right? You will find them. They are expensive to get at the high tolerance level, and they're all, of course, named silly names to avoid Hasbro being able to sue them out of existence. But, like, there are a lot of third-party Transformers toys, and there are outfits, like, there's small groups that do 3D print runs of, like, additional accessories, like, better scaled weapons, because, like, a lot of the Transformers, especially their melee weapons, are all, like, really tiny on the toys, because it's just a slab of plastic, and Hasbro's like, that costs money. I'm just trying to think, like, who else is, like, really cool. I mean, my favorite combiner is Bruticus of the Combaticons, because the Combaticons would win the war if people would just listen to Onslaught's plans and follow orders. Unfortunately, Onslaught's not the boss, Megatron is, and Megatron has better ideas. And so they end up hitting the big red button that is apply Bruticus directly to the Autobots until the fight is over. Instead of, like, you know, winning. Like, that was one of the things I really loved about the Transformers animated series. Because in animated, the Decepticons, like, vanished looking for the Allspark. Like, and that the war ended, and then they came back. Is basically what it boils down to, right? And they came back, and they do a whole thing. They crash into Lake Michigan instead of the Pacific Northwest, which I think was a good choice, because then you get to do Detroit, you know, Motor City, once they come to in the future. But the Decepticons, like, any single Decepticon is, like, larger and stronger than like a group of Autobots. So like they do the whole thing where the Autobots have to they have to work as a team to take down a Decepticon, right? Like Optimus Prime's big and strong and everything, and he cannot beat Starscream in a straight up fight. He just can't. And it's just like, cool. Here's why they were losing the war. Because, like, yeah, the Decepticons are kind of a mess internally and everything. But, when you're just bigger and stronger, you can do a lot of that crap and get away with it for a while. Ooh, Vector Prime. Yeah, so Vector Prime, I have one, but he's in a box. Vector Prime came up in Transformers Cybertron, and the idea is that he is Vector Prime is one of the 13, the original 13 Transformers, the Primes that were made by Primus, and his aspect of reality that he has control over is time. So he's a time traveler. He is attempting to, manipulate time in such a way as to prevent the return of Ur-Quan. Let's just say it doesn't go well. It's called the Ur-Quan trilogy. But yeah, he turns into a big clockwork spaceship. Choice. Just of all the things. Just trying to think who else is like just a out there friggin' thing. They've done a lot of things. Oh, there was Transformers Prime. I forgot about that show. Transformers Prime had an excellent cliff jumper who they kill in the first episode so that he can provide, he can play in a gender reversed fridging role for RC, who is a blue motorcycle. They could have just called her Chromia and it would have been fine. Anyway, we've been going for like half hour, just me eating ice cream and talking Transformers. Do you see what you've done? Oh, it's a good time to you? Okay. Well, if it's a good time for everyone else. Yeah. What kind of ice cream? Oh, you missed out on ice cream talk. We went to Haagen-Dazs and I got mint chocolate chip ice cream with Oreo cookies and hot fudge. I had too much. I should have gotten a small. Should have gotten a small. I need to remember that in the future for most food that I buy pre-made from someone else is I need to actually get a small and not a large or a normal or whatever. Like, I don't need a friggin' medium French fry from McDonald's. A small French fry is all the French fries I want anyway. It is after 9 o'clock, but it is a Saturday. Are they not open? If they're not, I can recommend the Haagen-Dazs. I'm pretty sure they're still open. I don't know. I do want to know everyone else's, like, okay, name your favorite Transformer, period, if at all possible. I've already told you mine. It's Bulkhead because Bulkhead. Bulkhead's the best. Soundwave, obvious choice, great choice, perfect choice in so many ways. Although I will say this. I'm going to say this. I need it to be understood that I mean all the love in the world, but a lot of Soundwave toys are just bad toys. It's a shame. It's so unfair that they don't treat the Soundwave toys with more respect. You're very fond of G1 Prowl, cop car. Yep. They did a lot of retooling of Prowl's personality in the comic books and everything. Prowl really puts the all cops are bastards into the all cops are bastards. Dinobot. Grimlock. Grimlock's a good Dinobot. I will say, so Transformers Animated did this cool thing because it was an animated show where they stylized, like they knew they were doing animation, so they stylized the characters and cared less about the logic of, oh, but where do all the car parts or jet parts go? They just cared more about the aesthetic. And the Dinobots are great because they all transform into their humanoid forms and they look like a greaser gang from like the 1920s, 30s, 40s. Right? Like they've all got popped collars. They all have like shaped heads for shaped hair. Oh, so you're into the Shiva sisters from Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13. Snow's summon, who turn into a motorcycle by wrapping their legs around each other? And yet they're called the Shiva sisters. Yeah. They were roommates. No, cold. Shiva's the ice summon. Not hot at all. Thundercracker. Thundercracker, in the more modern Transformers comics, adopts a dog and becomes a dog dad on Earth. It's great. Somebody threatens his dog at one point, and he maybe handles it poorly. I would say he didn't go hard enough, but, you know. Trying to think, who else do I still have up on shelves here? I don't know. There's a lot of really good Transformers. Depending on how you define temperature, if you reduce something below absolute zero, it registers as infinity degrees. No. The oldest Transformer I own, I talked about the one that got me back into collecting Transformers. This is Crumplezone. Crumplezone is a chunky boy who skipped leg day because he has wheels. What does he need legs for? I think I still have like a couple small ones around. But like this is the one that got me back into collecting Transformers. Yeah, I had other Transformers when I was a child, but I don't still have them. My parents were very big on the, you've outgrown it, and we're going to donate it to charity. And I internalized that for a large portion of my youth. You do not have an air razor that is a sparker. That is not that character's name. I try to remember it now, and I'm coming up blank. But I thankfully know the source for all Transformers stuff, which is tfwiki.net, the best wiki on the internet. Yes, I know there's a Wikipedia out there. TFWiki is better maintained. It's it was Transformers. What is that thing called? It was not from Generation 2, I don't think. I think it was from Generation 1. Okay. $1985. Jump starters, no. Maybe. Was that what they were called? No, the jump starters are the ones that auto transform when you do the pullback thing. All right. I'm going to find these guys. They were not pretenders. How did you find it so fast? Ur-Quan. Only yours is blue and is a bird. Yes. Okay. Flame feather. Flame feather. Yeah. Okay. Sparkabot. Anyway. Yeah, that's probably the oldest Transformer toy in our house. Let's see. I have an owl bear that turns into a D20. I don't know. Yeah. An owl bear? It's an owl bear. It's an owl the size of a bear, or a bear with feathers and an owl head. They're terrifying. And originally they were like magically created like monsters for defending wizard towers and stuff. They're adorable. I don't think they're monstrosities anymore. I think they redefined them. Now they're naturally occurring. Anyway. Hey, everybody. We've been going for 45 minutes and we haven't started the game yet. So here's what's going to happen. I'm taking a break because I need to use the restroom. And then when we come back, we will actually play the video game, that one, that we're supposedly here to play. Yeah, exactly. They wanted the druid in the movie. The druid shapeshifts into an owlbear, which they can't do that according to the rules. But everybody thinks the owlbear is cool, so they were like, "What if those are just a thing? What if owlbears are a naturally occurring animal in the Forgotten Realms? I mean, you've got the Underdark. Why not?" Okay. Taking a break. Back in a few minutes. Okay. We're back. We're playing Ur-Quan Masters. For real. Hello? Sound? No sound for me. All right. So, as I recall, we were getting ready to fight a whole bunch of Unga. So, let's do that. Okay. I tried. Ah! Three. We're in orbit. Is this not the right place? I'd be so mad if it's not the right place. I want Beta Orionis. Go.
What do you want?
I thought this was the Unga homeworld. Who are you?
I am a peaceful creature, a friendly alien life form. The Ur-Quan called us talking pets. Until recently, I was employed on a dreadnought starship as a translator. Then, after the ship suffered severe damage from combat, we crashed at Alpha Pavonis. Miraculously, I survived. I was rescued by an Arilu Lollylay exploration vessel. The Arilu, they couldn't heal my most severe injury, so they brought me to the Unga, who possess superior bioengineering skills. Oh, you know about that, do you? Oh, well, I guess that means I'll have to kill you now. I can't permit you to reveal my transformation. Ur-Quan might find out, and then my plans for revenge will be ruined. Well, I tried to spare your life, Captain, but you were just too curious. So now, seek death at the hands of your enemy. Aye-ya! I cannot compel you. Your mind is closed to me. How can this be? I am forced to resort to more primitive measures. Unga Commander, summon your 10 combat ships and attack this intruder instantly.
Oh, okay. One. Six. Ah, I crashed into the planet. 7. 9.
Hi there, friendly Starship Captain. You'll never believe this, but somehow, the injuries I suffered when the Ur-Quan crashed triggered some kind of a personality transformation. I became evil and spiteful, cruel and nasty, whimsically unpleasant. You may have also noticed I gained some kind of temporary psychic powers. Well, I just want to let you know I'm cured, Captain. I don't know exactly how, but when you were fighting those Unga ships, a chunk of the ceiling fell down on my head and gave me quite a whack. Ouch, oochie, it still hurts. When I awoke, the universe had ceased to be the dark and hostile place I had previously thought it to be. Instead, I was overwhelmed, yes, even awed by the beauty and perfection of it all. I also discovered that I had completely lost those wicked mental powers and can now look forward to a new life filled with happiness, butterflies, and goodwill for all. Your job is done, Captain. You have saved me. Now you can safely remove your psychic protection device and leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, why are you looking at me like that, Captain? Don't you believe me? You question my word? Okay, so I was lying. Big deal. So what? Boy, are you a pain. Do you know that? What do you want from me? My life? Oh, you do? Well, as an alternative, let me make this little suggestion. If you don't kill me, I'll help you do whatever you wish. Is it a deal, Captain? I get the basic idea. You want to overthrow the Ur-Quan. Bravo! Good idea. Way to go. I, too, wish to see the Ur-Quan beaten, humiliated, destroyed, and I alone possess the unique ability that will help you achieve your goal. I can use my psychic powers to temporarily distract the Ur-Quan, confuse them for a few seconds. Presumably, you will use this moment to strike a lethal blow against the Ur-Quan. Such a plan cannot fail, Captain. We must see to that. Captain, calm down. Be reasonable. Listen to me. I am nothing more than a single being, hardly larger than one of your Earth dogs. Woof woof. My only weapon, my weak psychic abilities, have been nullified by your protective device. I am harmless, but perhaps I can be of some small service to you. Consider this my hopeful attempt to compensate you for all the trouble I've caused you in the past. In the past, Captain, and now we look to the future. To victory over the evil Ur-Quan, I am your secret weapon against these tyrants, Captain. Don't leave me here. No tricks, Captain. No tricks. I fear you cruelly misjudge me. I am on your side now. Together, we will make a great team, Captain. This day, this moment, shall go down forever in the history of our galaxy. I am coming aboard your ship now. I will make a nest in the pressurized section of your ship's hold. When you wish to talk with me, I will be there.
Hail, hail, human earthling. Great hero has returned. Oh, my lips quivering. Just looking at him on monitor. What smile. What sparkling eyes. What bony structure. He one who has saved us from mental compulsion of evil talking pet. Hail, 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 oh great hero. We grateful species speak to you how we reward you. You mean chorus of talking pets, don't you, Captain? Did kill it, didn't you? Hail, hail, hail. Oh, you right, we do. Oh, we must reward you. But what do we have to give? Protoplasm? No, not easily appreciated. Vigorous essence? No, too common. Habit, genetic modification, yes, it's perfect gift. Listen, human earthling, we add some extra eyes, a few tentacles, other organs of whatever size and shape you desire. What? You not want more organs? You sure? How strange. How sad. This was best gift. We Umga have nothing but vast supply of biological skills and data. Huh? What you say? You want biological data? Just plain, raw, biological data? What you do with it? Oh well, you hear me. Whatever you want, you get. Ah, well, Ari-Ula-Lile, who kind of our neighbors, gave us talking pet, hoping we could heal it more severe injuries, which we did. While we're working on it, we do routine brain structure scan and discover that creature have extremely sophisticated set of neural pathways, even more complex than own. Further analysis show that with minor genetic manipulations, talking pet intelligence greatly expanded, perhaps even to sentience. Oh, little did know what monster we created. Only a few hours after injected nanots with modification program, creature wakes up. almost immediately took control of hospital. Then city, then whole planet. We try to resist, but creature, even in drug-weakened state, too strong. From that day on, we just mindless slaves who live only to serve talking pet and big plan. What big plan? Oh, we never quite sure about details of Big Plan, except it involved getting revenge, and mean lots of revenge, against Ur-Quan masters. Secrets? You want secrets? Our secrets? Oh, you made fatal mistake, human. Good joke, huh? Scared you? Sure, we'll tell our secrets. Now let me see. What are secrets? Oh, yes, remember. It's about mycons. You see, mycons, only other race we know of that have same kind of biotechnical skills as Ur-Quan. But amazing thing, they do all with their own bodies. Don't need tools. They just think. Genetic modification, and it happened. We found that pretty hard to understand. So, when nobody looking, we clonk one on head, bring it back here to our world, and slice it up. Details stunning. Those guys not product of any natural evolutionary process. They constructs. Some kind of multi-purpose biological tool. We don't know who made them or for what purpose, but they way beyond anything we ever heard of. We not figure out much before kitchen samples all gross. So, guess that's pretty much all of Big Secret. Oh, do us a favor. Please not tell anybody about conking mycon. It's kind of against Ur-Quan laws and not want to get mycon mad at us. We don't know, but whatever it was, must have been pretty bad.
All these guys.
Because talking pet, mad, real mad. How mad, you ask? Blowing up planets and eating juveniles, man. That's how bad. We got the impression Ur-Quan did something awful to talking pet. Or maybe even a whole species. Whatever it worse than slavery. Maybe even worse than death. As general rule, corpses aren't too much fun. When we were first starting to mess with its brain, our intention to get it smart enough to accept orders from us, and then repeat them as though they legitimate Ur-Quan commands. We going to play little joke this way. We going to use talking pet to order Spatty to attack bugs. Oh, that better great. Zap, zap, kaboom!
These guys kind of suck.
Even better than old Dogar and King's routine we pulled on Ilrat a few years back, before those spoiled sports Spatty stole super cool hyperwave cash. You know, great hero I get this funny feeling. Would like to know what feeling is? Oh, good. I tell you. My feeling, that great hero stuff. Well, boring. Not funny at all. You only say hail, hail, hail so many times before it starts to lose appeal. So, instituting slight deviation in course of our relationship. Specifically, instead of being dull and lifeless great hero, you now glamorous and exciting great enemy! Oh, we give you some of our drone ships to make even more interesting. Yes, there's going to be lots more fun. Here, let me show you.
Well, that didn't work. How many more? Oh, I died instead. How's that? Once again, I failed to save.
What do you want? I am a hunt. Oh, well, I care about that. I'm a...
Alright, let's do this. One, two,
You'll never get it. Instead, I can pursue the belief oats from bro. No, I get it.
Hail! This like most of you others.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Run, run, run!
Hello. Although we appreciate your efforts on our behalf, we really hate eternal gratitude stuff. So we've decided to kill you now.
Bye! Oh man, the Ilrath and the Thradas have just beat the piss out of each other, huh? There, we've saved. Let's go see if we can get the Siren on board, I guess. Why is this? I swear my game just won't, like, now won't. There we go. That was weird. Who are you? Ah, Ur-Quan.
There is something wrong here. Something which makes my sheath retract and my talons ooze. I sense the ugliness of 1,000 evil thoughts. And I have located the source of these fetid emanations. They come from aboard your vessel. Foolish renegade human, why have you come here? All that you have found is your inevitable punishment. What? A human in a precursor service vehicle? How did you escape the slave shield, human? Or are you a rogue? Alien, you have...
Okay.
We submit to us, the Ur-Quan Kazazar, or fate. You're independent. You
Wow.
Yes, Cap? Yes, I think so. Aren't they part of the Mycon religion somehow? We have recordings of Mycon hyperwave transmissions from the war. Pretty weird stuff. The Mycons just kind of rambled, never making much sense. They talked a lot about deep children and spears of light, but we couldn't ever understand what they were talking about. What? What did you say? Human, you had better not be joking. Syra is not a subject for Earth humor. Now what do you mean, shattered planet crusts? How? That is what happened to Syra, yes. But we presumed it was a natural cataclysm, a meteor. Do you have proof that it was something else? These deep children? Let me see this proof, Captain. Great gods! These fragments, they are identical to the debris we found near the punctures on Syra. We never guessed that the fragments might be organic. To have survived re-entry, nothing organic would remain. Unless it was genetically constructed for this purpose. And only the Mycons possess this capability. The Mycons will pay dearly for their crimes. We will not sit here and do nothing while the Mycon fiends are free to roam the galaxy, perpetrating their evil. You wanted our cooperation in fighting the Ur-Quan. You've got it. Provided you first help us seek our revenge against the Mycon race. Help us to destroy them. Our first step is to get some mobility. We have some fine starship officers aboard, and they're all eager to go after the Mycons. But without our penetrator starships, we're totally ineffectual. So our first step has to be recovering our Space Patrol combat fleet. We know that the Ur-Quan didn't destroy them. They never waste anything. But we believe they have sealed them in some kind of deep vault in the surface of an alien planet. No, that's your job. But maybe we have some clues to help you find them. The Starship officers who flew the penetrators to the vault did so with total sensor blackout. The only thing they could use for navigation was the presence of the Dreadnought fleet surrounding them. When they arrived at their destination and lowered their ships into the immense vault, they were transported to the Dreadnoughts and only caught a split-second glimpse of the outside world. As far as they could tell, the sun was either red or orange. Based on the trip time calculations, the farthest they could have traveled is about 200 hyperspace distance units. Captain, we've assembled a small team of our most skilled officers. We will send them to your ship on board their own small shuttle. We feel that in the interest of efficiency, we keep our officers away from your crew at least until the mission is over. As soon as you arrive at the vault, our people will take over, figure out a way to open the vault, and bring our penetrators back here. Good luck, brave Earthling. When your mission is successful, maybe then we can get to know each other better.
No! Don't be weird. $200 hyperspace units away? $412? Sure. Camelopardus is one of the things I have coordinates for, it looks like. So maybe that's where I got those coordinates, was from the Melnorme. Vault Hunter. Okay, this is a yellow star, so I don't think this is it. What are these coordinates actually? 620, 422. This one. Ada. Oh, that's going to be the rainbow worlds that the Melnorme are most interested in. And I've found 2 of them, I want to say. According to the Spothy, they were precursor dumping grounds. But, you know, precursor trash is still, you know, capable of being our treasure. Okay, I don't think this was where we wanted to be. Moon. Oh yeah, the gas people did say something about that they point at something. But I had not figured out what that meant. I wonder if this is the correct Camelopardus. Oh, it's an Easter egg that may or may not appear and is not plot relevant. Okay. If it's not plot relevant, I'm not going to bother. just don't know that I have the time. Okay, so this system is not the correct system. Let's... Zeta... Let's try Iota. Because I have an IA written in my notes, but I thought that meant Planet 1, Moon A. And it was at these coordinates, but that's not the right one, apparently. Ah. Everything's been on Gamma or Epsilon. Yeah, possibly. Like, I have coordinates written down for the last system we were in, but I didn't see anything there. So I'm curious as to why I had those coordinates written down. I mean... Maybe. Is this the Ur-Quan? It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know this entire conversation. Yep. Holy crap! Ugh. Oh, good, it's Korra.
We sense something ancient. A sickly smell. A chilling wind. My ancestors scream from within their chambers in my mind, but I cannot understand their words. This feeling, a memory, it sickens us, and for the first time in our lives, for the first time in generations, we fear. We are the Ur-Quan Korra. Your presence here is premature. We fight the Kazazar for supremacy of doctrine and possession of the Samatra. When the battle is won, our task is simple. We cleanse. You are the filth. Over 5,000 races have made such a claim. We survived. They did not. Nor shall you.
Oh, come on! Where are we? We're on our way to Camelopardus. Is it in Gamma Copernicus? If you wouldn't mind looking it up for me, that'd be great. I'm a little frustrated. I'm going to take a short break, use the restroom, and then when I come back, we're going to figure out where this stupid vault is. There is a sequel coming out to this game, it's true. There's also a sequel that already came out to this game. There it is. We have up the subterranean vault which contained the Siren Space Patrol penetrator starships. Siren captains have assumed command of their vessels and instructed us to rendezvous with them at Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse. I'm not playing that game. Not this time. Let's look at the quasi-space map. Alright. There we go.
Good. Now we can proceed with our plan for revenge against the Mycon. From our analysis of the deep child fragments you showed to us, and a review of the recorded Mycon transmissions from the war, we've established the kind of world the Mycons desire for their hideous, deep children. They need a planet like your Earth, or our Syra, one rich in water and oxygen, and possessing a molten active mantle. Our plan is to lure the Mycons to such a planet, and then attack them when they least expect it. We know of just such a world. When the Ur-Quan were analyzing their massive planetary data to find a new home for my people, one of the close candidates, ranked just below Gaia, was a blue world orbiting close to the star Organon. Captain, we need your services again. Here is what you must do. You must go to the Mycon and tell them of this world. They will find that the world is suitable. And when they go to Organon, we shall be there, waiting for them. Then, we shall destroy them. I'm afraid both our duties will be dangerous, Captain. We may never see each other again. But for now, at least, there's this. That's more like it. Now, let me help you off with this. Yes, now aren't you a lot more comfortable?
What the? No!
Oh, Captain. I would never think of doing something unpleasant to you. Quite the opposite, in fact. But if you want me to keep my hands off, I can use other things.
Gross!
Over here. And this right here. And this right about here.
Several hours later.
Goodbye, Captain Darling. We each have our jobs to do. Now you must go. But you will remain always in my mind and heart and deep within me. I know that someday, when all this madness has come to an end, we will be together like this again.
Gross video game design, gross video game writing. I literally had no choice in that. Neither of us believe that that's what they intended in that writing of that scene.
You have returned this lead. This is a special place. You must go now. Shuffle what? It you are below is the when it is done. You are you.
Was that all I needed to do? Oh, right. This is not the right place, is it?
Jufflewup is all. You are. We are we. Your suggestion is appropriate. Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Jufflewup. We wish to know more for our suitability assessment. Tell us of this world. This is good. This is good. This is good. If your words are true, we will gladly spread the Jufflewup to a new world. We will assemble the birthing fleet and send them to this planet. We will send many ships to protect the children as they grow. You have been of service to us. Your insight into the ineffable Jufflewup is encouraging. Perhaps, if we were to plant spore sacs in your brain organ and let its tendrils spread through your flesh, then you would truly understand Jufflewup. Become part of Jufflewup. You would be happier and more fulfilled. Consider our offer.
No. Alright, where the hell is Organa? Okay, so now I'm supposed to go back to Beta Brahe. Only not all the way.
We Juffle.
Ah! Yeah, I don't think I'm Juffo up material. Go back to Earth.
Captain, the halo device on board this vessel is giving me a headache. Please remove it. Now, Captain. It is foolish to resist. It remains more effective than I thought. You're still able to disobey. Ah, well. What can I do for you, Captain? It is cold and empty. I could use a thermal blanket. Since it is incredibly boring down here, I am using the opportunity to try and get some sleep. The first thing I'd do is to make sure I had a strong ship and fleet. I consider such a question to be intrusive and impolite, but that is consistent with your behavior. What do you want to know? You mean my superior brain? My mental prowess? I don't want to talk about it. Captain, I don't think you meant to ask about my powers. Didn't you mean to ask about flowers? Flowers are beautiful and smell nice. Now, be a good human and leave me alone. An excellent idea, Captain. You must have a great deal of work to attend. Goodbye.
Wow, those guys suck.
Welcome. Nah. What? What? How much? How one? When the Dinyari took control of the milieu, one race fought back. The Taeo. These slow, quiet creatures were silicon-based life forms, but bore little resemblance to the modern Genjetsu. Taelo were natural immunes to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. They were unaffected by the creature's power, and the Dinyari would not permit anyone to exist outside their control. So they ordered the remaining races of the milieu to attack and destroy the Taelo home planet. This planet was one of the few milieu worlds located in this region of space. I believe you call their star Delta Vulpeculae. Their home was a moon revolving about the second planet. I'm sad to say that the Taelo were indeed eliminated. However, at the time of their devastation, they had completed a device which they thought would give other races psychic immunity like their own. What happened to this device, this shield? It's hard to say. Maybe it was destroyed in the attack on their homeworld. Maybe not. In the Dinyari's new empire, the Ur-Quan were the favored slaves. This is probably because the Ur-Quan were the most psychically sensitive, the most easily compelled. As the centuries of Dinyari dominance passed, what was once the sentient milieu deteriorated and degenerated into a great galactic gulag. Alien races which did not serve with the efficiency and speed demanded by the Dinyari were ruthlessly burned from the faces of their worlds. The agents of this genocide were inevitably the Dinyare's favored pet, the Ur-Quan. After almost 2,500 years of unrelenting Dinyare control, there were only 4 living mental races of the once great sentient milieu. By this point, the Dinyare had used genetic manipulation. By this point, the Dinyare had used genetic manipulation to split the green Ur-Quan. Scientists, technicians, and administrators who were responsible for maintaining the limited infrastructure of the Dinyare civilization, and the black Ur-Quan, who filled the ranks of basic laborer and combat soldier. Then, a chance discovery by an Ur-Quan named Kazerza led to the violent overthrow of the Dinyare slave empire. The Ur-Quan named Kazerza was a green, a researcher specializing in repairing the mental damage inflicted by long-term exposure to the Dinyare's psychic compulsion.
Oh boy.
By this point in history, the Dinyare had grown lax in their dominance, and on occasion accidentally permitted their slaves moments of self-direction. Kazerza was able to use those few scattered minutes to compose a theory. From its observations, Kazerza realized that when a slave died, the Dinyare disconnected from the slave's mind, lest it too be dragged down to death. Further, the Ur-Quan scientist uncovered the fact that when a slave underwent great pain, the Dinyare temporarily disconnected, but that the degree of pain had to be extreme.
The music against this story is hilarious.
Kazerza chose its moment carefully. It waited until it was near an open transmission unit. Then, in a short moment of mental freedom, the Ur-Quan injected itself with a dose of acidic poison, sending incredible waves of pain through its long body. In the few moments before its death, Kazerza was able to wrest control of the transmitter to send word of its discovery across the planet and into space as well. Before the Dinyare knew what was happening, Ur-Quan everywhere were hacking at their own bodies with chunks of glass, burning themselves horribly, doing anything that would give them the few seconds of freedom necessary to find the nearest Dinyare and crush the bleeding creature. As they gained longer and longer periods of control, the Ur-Quan developed new tools and weapons to destroy their evil masters. The most gruesome of these devices was the excruciator, a mechanism which was inserted directly into the brain and generated a constant stream of agony. The Dinyare could not bring themselves to make the necessary mental connection with these tortured Ur-Quan. They were slaughtered by the thousands. The Ur-Quan slave revolt was won. When the last Ur-Quan was free of psychic compulsion, when the last free Dinyare was dead, the combined might of the Ur-Quan starfleets met in orbit above the Dinyari homeworld. They had come together to make two important decisions. First, how to punish the few frightened Dinyari left below on the planet's surface. Second, how to ensure that never again would the Ur-Quan be made slaves. The first decision was made swiftly. The Dinyari would not be allowed to die. That was too kind a fate. Instead, the creatures would be genetically modified into sub-sentience. They would become dumb animals. These low creatures would be further debased by serving the Ur-Quan for all eternity in the most demeaning way the Ur-Quan could imagine, acting as translators, making physical contact with other species, whom the Ur-Quan now considered grossly inferior to themselves and revolting. The second decision, how to ensure their freedom permanently, caused great turmoil. Following the successful Ur-Quan slave revolt, the Ur-Quan met to decide how to ensure their freedom. The Green Ur-Quan, who called themselves the Kazertza in honor of the Ur-Quan who triggered the revolt, wished to establish the path of now and forever, which required that all other sentient species must become slaves of the Ur-Quan or be forever imprisoned beneath an impenetrable force shield. Leading the opposition to this plan was Korra, a charismatic fleet officer. Korra proposed a simpler alternative, the Eternal Doctrine. Simply put, this scheme called for the systematic eradication of all sentient life in the universe, aside from the Ur-Quan. Captain, if these positions seem to you extreme or unwarranted, you must remember that the Ur-Quan had been unwilling slaves for millennia, and that each of them had to remain in agony for years in order to defeat the Dinyari. The followers of Kazertza and Korra were all on the brink of madness, but neither side would submit, and so they fought a bloody civil war. This is the last historical item we have for sale. The civil war between the Green Ur-Quan, the followers of Kazertza, and their opponents, the death-dealing Korra, lasted for decades.
Korra has the more logical solution. The Kazertza solution has already been proven faulty by their own successful slave rebellion. You know, fair.
Discovery by Kazertza, a precursor battleship. The vessel was huge, many times the size of the Ur-Quan's vessels. The precursor ship sliced through the Korra forces in days. The Korra were defeated. However, in their victory, the Kazertza were humble. They realized that there was a chance that they were wrong, and the Korra were right. Instead of destroying the Korra, the Kazertza let them go, directing them to make their way through the stars, traveling against the spin of the galaxy. The Kazertza would travel in the opposite direction, and when the two Ur-Quan forces met, they would fight again in ritual combat, with the precursor battleship given to the winner. Captain, this is happening here and now. The Kazertza, the Ur-Quan who enslaved Earth, are fighting their ritual battle against the Korra in a large area centered near the Craterus constellation. If the Korra win this battle, Captain, the Kazertsa will stand aside and let them kill us all. We believe it is your destiny to prevent this from happening. We regret to say that you have exhausted our supply of genuinely valuable information. However, we do have many thousands of useless facts, and that we will gladly sell you at a substantial discount. Are you interested? We thought not. It has. We look.
All right. Why are they charging us? Heather, it's their culture.
I'm at your disposal, Cap. Well, I suppose something... The analysis reads as follows. Subject, talking pet life form. Data, this creature is physiologically identical to the so-called Ur-Quan talking pet with one notable exception. It is highly intelligent and evidences strong psychic capabilities. Initial AIQR test rated it well above human super genius, though immediately after we made this shocking assessment, its scores dropped to the normal-subnormal range. Interviews with the subject have shown it to be cooperative, though a Class 4 pan-species psychological profile places the creature far into the furtive, hateful domain. There were also some disturbing incidences where we talked about roses, daisies, and other pretty flowers. Summary, everything's okay, nothing to worry about with this cuddly little guy. Not one thing. That's the end of our scientist's report. Blow up and...
Uh-huh. Might need to tell them that I tricked them icon. That would make sense. Yeah, unfortunately I can't make any more Spothy ships. portal was it again? Yep, Fliffo, the last spacebound spathy. Oh, the Mycon are moving. Back to Beta Brahe. I wonder who's chasing us. Beetlejuice on the way? I suppose.
We will wait here. Okay. Tell them that you have found the place. We will hide there. Say
It's absolutely the Ur-Quan and the Korra. And no, apparently there's nothing else for me to do there, so it's just... on to Beta Brahe.
You are an obstruction to Jefferwaffle. You must be removed.
Woo! So much stuff. Sir, we are experiencing major tectonic shocks here on the surface. Wait a minute. They seem to have passed. Whew, that was awful, Captain. When we weren't bouncing off the ceiling or being bashed against the lander walls, we were looking for whatever it was the Mycon were hiding down here. We think we found it. I don't know what to call it. It kind of looks like a cross between a spider and an antenna. But Jiva, the engineer we brought along, says the device has the capacity to radiate incredible amounts of energy in the form of visible light. We have decided not to experiment with the artifact, and we'll bring it aboard right after we explore the immediate vicinity. Oh, Captain, looks like the shocks are starting up again. We can't take much more of this. Returning to the ship. Good. Alright. Antenna? Alright, now, the only thing I know now, the Pekunk are going to see the Yacht, the Mycon have gotten a lot smaller, and I need to go back to Procyon, right? Like, that's the last thing I need to do? Where's Procyon? Procyon? That one's Procyon. The mission of Juffawup and the Deep Children? To spread Juffawup. Seems pretty simple. Oh, the Ilrath and the Thurdash have taken each other out, apparently, as well. Hopefully the Pekunk don't die here. That would be sad. What is Juffawup, and did they make the Mycon? Yes. Sure. I don't think Butter's very Juffawup of you. Nope, that's not the right one. Wait, maybe that is the right one? No. There should be a slave sheet. Aha.
Once more you interfere with the process. Why? Goodbye, once and future ally. She shall tell your We are free. You have flooded our synthesis mechanisms with a wealth of radiant energy. What was supposed to take decades
has been accomplished in seconds. The process is incomplete, yet we have emerged. We are the Chmer. Why have you interrupted the process? Your need must be great for you to have risked so much just to bring us from beneath the shield. We were not ready, but this is now in the past. What is done is done. You are intent on stopping the Ur-Quan. Very well. We are prepared to assist you in whatever way we can. We must first tell you that even before we were placed under the slave shield, we realized that the only way to truly defeat the Ur-Quan was to first destroy their precursor battle platform, the Samatra. This vessel was responsible for the victory of the hierarchy over the Alliance. When it was brought to bear against our worlds, we could not resist it. This must be your priority. This must be your eventual goal. We know what is necessary to achieve this end, but first we must know what you have already learned. So we will scan the databanks and logs aboard your ship. There. The process is complete. Now we can discuss what you must do. You need to locate the Ur-Quan's Samatra vessel. If you cannot find it yourself, ask those others who are near the Ur-Quan. Perhaps they will know. We have detected the presence of a Dnyari aboard your ship. Though the being is darkly evil and incredibly dangerous, the Tallow device you possess has effectively nullified the creature's power over you. However, it will do a most excellent job distracting the Ur-Quan long enough for you to approach the Samatra and destroy it. You possess an antimatter bomb. This is good. But had you activated it, the device would have annihilated your ship and everything else within 500 kilometers. Even so, we will have to improve this device, magnify its power with our crystal technology. The destructive potential of this weapon will then make it suitable for the most important task you will ever undertake, the neutralization of the Samatra, the Ur-Quan's nearly invincible battle platform. You are fully prepared for the undertaking. There is every chance that you will be able to destroy the Samatra and stop both the Ur-Quan and the Ur-Quan. We will now fit the precursor weapon and our own crystal amplification system to your vessel by routing a portion of your flagship's fusion power through the weapon's ignition chamber. Its destructive force will be multiplied by a large factor. Your vessel will be totally annihilated. No.
Nah!
Because your flagship will be substantially weakened by our modifications, you may require additional combat vehicles for protection, so that you can approach close enough to the Samatra to detonate the weapon. We will provide you with the designs for our new Avatar-class fighting ships. In competent hands, these ships are a match for both the Ur-Quan and Ur-Quan vessels. The completion date for your vessel's modification is roughly 2 weeks hence,
so that you and your human companions may make any necessary preparations at your starbase. We will now transport you and your crew back to Earth immediately. Good luck, Captain.
It's good to see you again, Captain. I have some information I think you should hear. We have made a formal alliance with the Shamur. Their ships can now be built in our shipyards. Also, in the 2 weeks that have passed since the Shamur began to work on your vessel, they attached the Utwig bomb to your ship and have also put in place their own crystalline amplification devices to boost dramatically the power of the weapon. This work is now complete and your flagship is ready for whatever final modifications you desire. The Shamur technicians wanted me to explain to you that the bomb and its crystal power boosters are fragile and cannot be moved from their positions at the back of your vehicle. Now I have some bad news and some good news. The Shamur had to remove all your main modules, weapons, crew pods, and the whole lot, including your emergency warp escape unit, so pick your engagements carefully, Captain. In addition, their equipment now fills the rear 10 slots, leaving you only 6 for your own modules. But here's the good news. The Shamur have provided us with an unbelievable wealth of minerals and other resources. We no longer have limits on what we can build for your flagship or your fleet. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Sun device. Data, the unit contains a power generator whose output magnitude is simply mind-croggling. When activated, the device radiates energy equivalent to less than 1/100th of 1% of our sun. However, when placed close to a planet, perhaps in orbit, its output would rival Sol's. Summary, another precursor tool, the energy output of which can replace or augment a sun's radiance. That's the end of our scientists' report. We're all dependent.
I guess I've reached the end. No room for landers. Alright, well, I guess we need to put in some fuel tanks, huh? And a crew pod. Sure. There is an escape pod now. I don't see any Cyrene ships in my options right now. I guess I need to go see them again. I mean, they're also on the way to where I'm going. I don't really care about the Ungas ship. I didn't like it that much. And this is quite clearly meant to be the ship I'm supposed to take. I really wish I could, like, load up the crew faster. I did not particularly care for running the Pekunk, but I'm going to keep it, I think. Because it's one of the ones I can't build. The Shafixty Glory device is good. The one that they commit suicide. I'll bring one. Final mission. All right. Craterus. Oh man, the Supox and the Utwig are getting their teeth kicked in, apparently. Break? But we're almost done, aren't we? Okay, the break is a good idea. We'll get into quasi space. We're gonna take a break. Be right back. All right. Let's do this. Come on, game. Bye!
I sense the presence of my ancient slaves. It is time, Captain. Okay, now, whatever you do, once I've started, don't leave the star system. We only got one chance at this. Let's make it good. Here I go. Oh.
I had Delta Craterus written down. That must be the Sumatra.
There is something wrong here. I sense the... and I have... Foolish is your... your...
This is gonna go well. I think I'm in trouble. So, like, is it supposed to be a tractor beam or something? I am bad at this. Whiffo! The last free spothy. Ah! I just flew directly into that thing. Well, that did nothing. Yeah, this is going badly. The word we're looking for is badly. I set it on autopilot. I'm not above that at this point. I don't think this combat's that good. See, like, the computer's just better at this than I am. No.
Greetings, human friends. We know you're about to be attacking the Samatra and probably don't like being interrupted, but we have important news. The rebellion is won. We are victorious. We have pulled the Veep Neep Harpy Queen and her cronies from the high perch, and better yet, we have found a new queen. A queen who will unite the clans in peace and harmony as never before. You will never guess who it is, Captain. A pigunk! Yes, it is true! They survived their absorption into our culture and are now providing us with insights into ourselves we never dreamed of. We only thought we were being happy birds of prey. We were fooling ourselves. Our new queen's name is Breaky Gardy the First, and her first command was to rush here and bring you these ships, Yehat Terminators and Pagunk Furies. No, Captain, together we can attack the Samatra.
Cool. More ships.
You made it, Captain. The Sumatra shields are down. Now all you gotta do is get your ship in there next to the Sumatra and initiate the bomb sequence. In case you're wondering, I'm not going with you, Captain. I'm staying on board. Why, you ask? 'Cause I'm locked in here. Help! Get me out! Help!
Unconscious for 3 weeks. Yay, we succeeded! Yay, we win! Cyborg mode, let me bypass the second part of the fight. That's a story for another time. Thank you for playing the Ur-Quan Masters. This game has been brought to you by Fungi, the Sport of Kings! No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Fungi had nothing to do with it. This game was about war, slavery, intolerance, heroism, justice, and the inevitable triumph of good over evil. Are you crazy? The developers got millions in Fungi endorsements. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. Did not. Did too. Did not. Did too. So, you probably thought I was dead, didn't you? Well, I'm not. I got away from that ship at the last second. And now I'm really going to cause some trouble. In fact, that's what the sequel is going to be about. Yeah, that's the ticket. Me and my exciting adventures. I conquer the galaxy for the greater glory of me. We'll have action. We'll have drama. Gratuitous alien sex scenes. It's gonna be great. Happy campers are the best. It is happy. Hold it. I'm getting sick of this stupid dialogue. Who wrote this stuff? A 5-year-old? Okay, I'll try it again. Happy campers are the best. It is good to smell you again. Hello again, heroic humanoid. Ever since you returned the Ur-Quan to us, everything has been wonderful. Just perfect. Within just 2 days, our factories will begin churning out appropriate facial appliances, and I have already picked out my first mask. The domino of unrivaled merriment. Yes, we are all ecstatic, even the High Proctor Gambols, as she performs the exultant caper of revelation. Look how she leaves with the Ur-Quan held high. How she twists, how she twirls, as she slips and tosses the Ur-Quan into the air. Oh no! I'm furious and ready to kill. Throughout this entire game, I've done nothing but bluster and threaten. I've had no opportunity to show my true skills as an actor, my depth and range. No one knows my sensitivity, my gentle inner being. What if from now on I'm typecast as a heavy? Now Spielberg may never call me. Yeah. Phew, I'm glad that's all over. That was tough playing second banana to the Utwig. Now I'm hungry, but I'm sick and tired of sunlight. I want some real food. Like a hamburger or a steak. Better yet, how about a dog? In case you were wondering about me, don't worry, I'm doing fine. In fact, I just talked with the designers and they have assured me that the sequel will be all about me. Isn't that great? They said they wanted to move away from the warrior mythos and expand more into the healer cycle. This may be my big chance. The only thing I'm not sure about is the new costume they want me to wear. They said that this one would be really revealing. Yeah. Ah, I see someone approaches, but who is it? Oh, it's the creature which I wrongly called the disgusting Ur-Quan slime wad. And a cowardly slug spawn. And a pouchless lard log freak. And a leprous non-functional sex organ. And a wallowing phlegm-filled orgunty belly licker. My human friend has returned. So, what am I doing here, you ask? I'm trying to get some rest, that's what. I'll be lucky if I don't have a heart attack soon. You have no idea how hard it is to personally replenish an entire species. Final parting with our favorite seeker of enlightenment. How sad! But wait, this doesn't have to be the end. We have established a conduit from the reams of our harmonic awareness directly to you. You can use this channel to ask us questions about your past lives or your future destiny. Just call 1-900-PAKUNK-RA 24 hours a day. Only $2 per minute. Children under 18 must have parental permission before calling. So I suppose you are wondering what I'm doing at this control console. Well, I guess I can tell you now. I'm writing a screenplay. It's an existential thriller. Kind of a cross between a Woody Allen angst fest mixed with some of Tobe Hooper's best work. But actually, this is just my way of getting my wing in the door, you see. What I really want to do is direct. Yeah. I hope you know that contract negotiations are going to be very rough for my role in the sequel. Yes, rough indeed. To begin with, I want 10% of the royalties, creative control over my dialogue, and a fat cut of the toy licenses. What? What did you say? The sequel is going to be all about me? How wonderful. What an honor. What a great chance to move up the ladder towards producer. Forget everything I said about license fees. It's an honor just to work with you. Blah, blah, blah. Mary had a little lamb. I like to hold fuzzy little animals and give them huggy wuggies. You are probably wondering why an Ur-Quan is saying such stupid things. Well, he isn't saying them. I am. That's right. Me. The little guy down in the corner. Since I've been stuck down here for this entire game, translating submit or die into about 100 different languages, I just thought I'd take this opportunity to express my feelings. You want to know what I think? I think this whole game would have been better if they'd done it as a musical. That's what I think, but do the designers listen to me? No. Oh no, it's one of those ultra gross humans again. Quick, hide your eye. Oh, look at the pulpy red thing in its mouth. How it wriggles and writhes like a wet bloodworm and plays over the hard white nubs that protrude from the head bone. I think I'm gonna be sick. We are the Ur-Quan Korra, the followers of the path of now and forever. You are filth, we shall cleanse. You will be annihilated, I mean annihilated. Damn! Cut! Let's start over. Hey, Mr. Director, can you please think of some other word besides annihilate? I mean, oh, what's the use? I give up. Do you really believe Project Blue Book revealed everything the Army Air Corps knew? Do you know what really happened at Roswell, New Mexico in the late 1940s? Have you ever heard about the Men in Black? Do you have any friends who have missing days? Do you sleep with your window unlocked? Be seeing you. Well, that was a thing. We watched the credits on the first day. I don't really feel the need to get through them again. Yeah, the Ari Lalila. Terrible. But apparently I can't skip the credits. It was fun. I see why you enjoy it. I do. I'm glad I played it. But what a weird game. Ooh. So yeah, the question is, what next? Great question. What do we do? So there is Uru, the next Myst game. Or there's Myst 5, I guess. But I believe that's the last one, so. We'd play Uru. There's the Hex, which is the one by Daniel Mullins, the Pony Island inscription designer. There's Dishonored 2. There's Pacific Drive. But I might see if I can trick some of my friends into playing a multiplayer game with me again and play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. Because it's a multiplayer roguelike. You call dibs on Donatello. That's fine. Acceptable. Acceptable, even. Yeah. So maybe that'll be what we do tomorrow. But we won't be going this late. Tell you what. Is it only on Steam? Splintered Fate? I don't know. Here. It is. PlayStation 5 release is going to be May 20th. Xbox One and Xbox Series XS is June 24th, 2025. So, there you go. It's supposed to be a multiplayer roguelike, much like, Hades. That's the word. That's the game name I was looking for. We could delay. But if you're all playing, then you're not watching the stream. We could just play games together. Like... You can multitask, you say. But can you? Can you? But if we're gonna wait for that, then that means I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna play next. So that's the question. Whatever shall I play? Hey, so I got my good old games launcher set up to pull from all of the different computer game store libraries I have. Who wants to take a stab at how many computer games I have access to on my computer? Oh, here, I'll give you one hint based off of the guess you have just given me. Your guess of 626. What I will give you is that there is indeed 3 digits, and 2 of them are the same. Next guess, because it ain't 626. Two, 6, 6. No. Only one of your digits matches a digit in my game library number. 926. I told you that there's 2 digits that are the same. Man. 624. That also doesn't have 2 digits that are the same. But you have correctly determined that there is a 2. No, there are not 3 digits that are the same. And if I only had 222, I wouldn't feel nearly as weird about this. Nope. Not 422 either. $722, 662. I mean, like, these are, you know, all right. The answer is 882, apparently. I'm just saying, like, you could absolutely contribute. I want to point out, I have not paid for most of these. They have been given to me for free by Amazon, Epic, You know, it also does include like my entire Xbox library of games, that anything that had digital content that I bought, so it knew it was online, which is not small. You know, like reaching back in time, but like, let's see, how many? Does it just tell me? Yeah, like, and some of these are games that I'm also never going to be interested in playing, like, to be fair. I just said, yeah, sure, I'll download that for free and add it to my library. And there is some overlap in some of them that I hadn't caught before now. You know, like apparently I have 3 different copies of Hyper Light Drifter because I backed it on Kickstarter, so I have it on Humble Bundle, Epic, and Steam. But, like, that's counting it 3 times. I think. I'm not actually sure how it's totaling the numbers. I hope it's not totaling that number. I don't think it is, though, because it is just showing them as separate, or it is showing them all stacked as one name. So, anyway, yeah. 882 options. That's not including all of the stuff I have disc and cartridge media for. A lot of stuff. So. What do we play? There was something. There was a thing. There were other things that I was thinking that would be fun to play, and now my brain just is refusing because it's after midnight. I'm tired. Sounds like a tomorrow Ken problem, but now it is tomorrow, and because it's after midnight. An after sleep Ken problem, you say? Let's see. Maybe if I don't know what else to do, I just select the first thing on the list I haven't already played and start going down the list. And we just start being very brutal about this game's not fun and cutting it. That could be interesting. What kind of game are people interested in seeing next? I guess. A puzzle game, an action game, a story game. I think those are the 3 words I want to use. Just roll some dice. That's why I have spreadsheets. Alright. Jeez, we've been going for 3.5 hours, and that first 40 minutes is just talking about Transformers, which was awesome, but also, damn! I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for hanging out, guys. You should get some sleep, too. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.